Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to record one of my favorite type of videos to make, and that's our film study videos. We're going to be breaking down Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. Everybody said this is Max Holloway's best performance in his career, and to a point, yes. Yes, but I want to rewatch this fight with you guys, going through it. I used to do a great job of not getting copyrighted, so we're going to do it again. And we're going to see how much has Max evolved, because I think we're overrating his evolution. Offensively, yes, he has evolved. More footwork, more kicks. But defensively, his head's still on the center line. He's not moving his head, and he's willing to take shots. But I want to go against some narratives real quick. First of all, everybody talks about Max Holloway versus Poirier 2, saying it's such a close fight. It was a 49-46, in which Max got rocked about 12 times. He got rocked in the first, second, and fourth. Second, people are using the Gaethje comparison. You know, they both fought Gaethje at lightweight somewhat recently, and Poirier got knocked out by Gaethje. And a lot of people say Gaethje was frustrating Dustin Poirier. No. Gaethje was moving. Gaethje was on his bike. He fought a beautiful game plan. He was landing his low kicks, but frustrating Poirier wasn't nothing Poirier had never seen before. In the first fight, Gaethje was landing a lot of leg kicks. How can you frustrate somebody when they're having success? For instance, this is first round. Hurt him bad with a left hand. Hurt him bad with a left hand. This is first round. Left hand cuts Gaethje. I mean, Poirier was finding a home for his left hand. You see that bothered his eye a lot. So the whole Gaethje was really frustrating Poirier narrative, let's relax. It's just a bunch of narratives going on before this fight that are making people pick Max when they're not really even looking at the stylistic matchup. Like, there's nothing wrong with picking Max. Max can move a lot. Max, for what we know, still is very durable. You know, a lot of output. He's going to be faster. He's going to have more sting behind his shots. But just looking at this Gaethje fight, Max scored Gaethje, and Gaethje frustrated Poirier, knocked him out. It's just a bad, Then comparing the boxing of Poirier to Gaethje, it's just different. And we're going to get into this Max Holloway and Gaethje fight. When I'm looking at this fight, Poirier is going to have to fight behind his jab. You know, he's going to have to be switching stances a lot. He's going to have to be stepping through with his shots. But Max does a good job. Good body work. Good 1-2 to the body. Max, good right to the body. Body shots. The body's going to be open on Poirier. Poirier leaves his body shots open on purpose to try to get you to throw it, and then he counters upstairs. This is an example of Gaethje when I say you can't just compare Poirier's boxing to Gaethje, because Gaethje, for the majority of this fight at first, towards the end, he started kind of getting his timing, landing shots, but I mean, he's loading up big early. Poirier does load from time to time, but he more touch guys. He picks his shots, especially in that Max Holloway, the second fight. He was touching Max. He was just touching Max, just touching Max, just touching Max, finding the placement, finding the timing. Gaethje's just going to load up big. Loading up big, he's going to miss. One of Max Holloway's favorite shots is the uppercut. He loves the uppercut. He loves to lead with the rear uppercut. It's going to get him in trouble with Poirier. Poirier is going to counter that. He's going to see that coming from a mile away. But against Gaethje, uppercut, nice left hand, stepping through. I think that uppercut can get him in trouble. I think the uppercut can get him in trouble, guys. Because he goes to throw it. I mean, Poirier's angles and his footwork is just different than Gaethje. Gaethje's more kickboxing. Poirier is more boxing oriented, to where he's going to work his angles with his feet. This isn't good. This is not good. Especially against a guy like Poirier. He's going to step off. He's going to counter. He's going to step off to an angle. Well, he's southpaw, so it'll be different. Still, he's going to step off to an angle. He's going to land. He's going to land the check right hook. Good jab, right hand from Max in the pocket. Gaethje, when shots are coming at him, he just kind of, you notice it with Gaethje. He dips his head. That's how Max was able to find the read on the spinning back kick. He just dips his head. He kind of shells the body and his chin. He just dips his head, and he kind of just braces for it. And in the pocket, Gaethje is just nowhere near the level of Poirier. So while this was a great performance for Max, I don't think you can really just look at this and say, yeah, he's going to do that exact same thing to Poirier. It's just a different match. Styles make fights. I mean, let's watch it one more time. Jab. Gaethje throws his head off the center. Tries to just get up out of there. Poirier's going to be looking to return. Here we get a pocket exchange from the two boys. And you could just see Gaethje's just dipping his head and just absorbing. He's not really looking to counter. Poirier's going to keep the head high. He's going to work angles. He's going to step off. These are his opportunities to land. And he's just perfected these spots so much, where Gaethje just kind of just braces for the impact. Good right hand from Gaethje. Good right hand from Gaethje. As he looked to land, but it looked like Max stung him there. Let's go back and watch it. Like this uppercut. Max loves this uppercut in close. Max has evolved his style. No, Max still goes in the pocket. He still exchanges. He still has that chin in the air. He still has his hands low. Offensively, he's just better. Defensively, he has not evolved. I really disagree with that. He has not evolved. besides maybe more footwork. But he's going to give Poirier opportunities like this all the time. Look at this right hand, beautifully timed. Boom. Max Holloway with the speed, lands a left hand on the exit. Now, when we talk about frustrated, here's a moment where I could clearly see a fighter is frustrated. He can't get to Max. See Max all the way out. He's all the way in. He's moving a lot. And Gaethje loads up huge because he's actually frustrated. Big left hand to try to slap the hand away. What is that? You're never going to see that from Poirier. What was that? What was that? What the fuck was that? It's just a different level with this shit. And then Max steps off. He comes right back at him. Jab. Body. Beautiful. Jab upstairs. Right hand to the body. Gaethje's frustrated. Gaethje can't get the timing. The speed's fucking with Gaethje. In the pocket where he thinks he can land. Max Holloway's starting to get out of the way. He's starting to land his own. That's a frustrated fighter. Max Holloway throws this uppercut again, and I'm telling you, bro, this is a shot that can get him in trouble against Dustin Poirier. I think Max Holloway has to come very, very kicking heavy against Dustin Poirier. Yeah, he can box. He's going to have to box. That's his game. But he has to come very, very kick heavy because that's how you keep Poirier at bay. A lot of kicks. Make him deal with a lot of kicks, a lot of kicks, a lot of kicks to the body. Not just the leg, to the body. Teep kicks. Move it. Kind of fight him like you fought Ilia Topuria, even though his power isn't the same as Ilia Topuria. You know, he doesn't have the same fight-ending ability as Ilia Topuria, but he is still a decorated finisher. He still has really good power, and that style could really, really get to Poirier more. Like, that style will probably have more success against Poirier than it would Topuria. Obviously, Topuria knocked him out cold. But this uppercut, man. This uppercut. Dude, I'm telling you. Poirier is not going to be... Poirier's going to be working those angles. Like, Max comes in. Lead left hook. Steps through with the right. Okay. Gaethje kind of gets his return. He sees Max about to come in. Look how Max starts, though. You understand? Poirier's going to have a reach advantage. Look how Max starts his combinations. Look at that. And then you're talking about Poirier, who has a much decorated high guard. Barely lands there. Then coming up here, we know the shot that changed the entire fight. Boom. Broke his nose. Hurt him bad. Max Holloway nods. He's like, yeah, let's pour it on now. Let's go to 7 minutes and 16 seconds here. A lot of people say Max has evolved so much. And yes, he has evolved. I didn't realize I was so zoomed in here. But he still car crashes. You're about to see a car crash. It's a car crash. It's a car crash right there. That's a car crash right there. And then Max Holloway picks up his kicking volume here at 7 minutes and 27 seconds. And this is what I need to see if I'm a Max fan against Poirier. Just annoying kicks. Not a lot of thud behind him. Just annoying. They're annoying as fuck, though. Just very, very annoying kicks. Even again. 1-2. Body kick. Nice. Teep kick. Knee stomp. Sorry. Just annoying kicks. Here at 8 minutes and 17 seconds, we see a pocket exchange that Gaethje actually wins at this point. But it ends in an eye poke. Tough. Gaethje has a nice right hand, though. You can see how compromised Gaethje is, though. Like, the reactions he's getting from Max's feint now, you can see how compromised that nose is. And it's something that Max did, so I'm not trying to, like, take anything away from Max. Max did that to Gaethje's nose. It completely changed the fight. Look at this. Max is just slapping Gaethje's rear hand. Big reaction. But Gaethje lands a nice right hand on the chin. Max takes it very, very well. Tries to return with the left hand over upstairs. Max ducks underneath it. Ends an eye poke. Unfortunate. Fast and forward. We see a big right hand to the body from Max. Then body kick. Beautiful. That's beautiful work. Then a teep. That's beautiful work. That's what you want. That's how you want to fight Dustin. That's beautiful work. It is. But it's just these tendencies to car crash, still get in the pocket and take those risks. That's what you want to limit against Dustin Poirier. But that's beautiful work. That's just gorgeous work. This is a technique Dustin Poirier does a lot. But he uses his eyes more than a real feint to the body, but he uses his eyes. He hurt Max with this technique a lot. He'll make you think he's going to the body. He'll set it up. He'll make you think he's going to the body. He'll look down, dip. It's just like he's going to the body, use his long arms, come over the top, crack it to the chin. Gaethje did more of a feint jab to the body to land the right hand. But, boom. Still something that he's going to have to watch out for against Dustin. Hard calf kick as well. Gaethje destroyed Max's legs in his fight. And Max's poker face, Max didn't give a fuck. It really didn't affect him. Really, it's like it's psychological with him. But these are the moments you want to limit. Max Holloway, another poor pocket exchange. ends in another eye poke. I would have took a point here. Now, I get you don't want to have your imprint on the fight. Don't put me in this. Don't make me step into this fight. But come on, man. It's another foul in the same round. And that shit matters. That shit matters at the end of the day. It wouldn't have mattered in this fight because Gage ended up getting KO'd, right? But that shit matters. That shit matters. That shit affects fights. Like, his eyes were getting poked. He was getting poked in both. Another poor pocket exchange, right hand over the top. Beautiful. But it ends in an eye poke. It ends in an eye poke. I want to watch that one more time. Max just comes in, car crashing. What are we doing? I don't know what Gage is doing either. He's just bracing himself. Max misses, kind of glances the elbow, but look at this. Not where he needs to be. Kind of temple. Kind of lands on the temple. Glancing. It was glancing. We see good body work. Good right hand to the body from Max. Then, nice uppercut to the body from Max. Those shots are going to be open on Dustin Poirier all fight. All fight. He wants to give you those. 12-23, we get another pocket exchange. Nice jab upstairs. Misses the right. Then at the end of this round, we see Max just start to let go. High kick upstairs. Misses. Big right hand in the pocket. Gage is just so defensively irresponsible in the pocket. Beautiful right hand from Max in the pocket. Another right hand. Fast. That shit was fast. Nice way to end the round for Max. He's up 2-0 confidently here. Fast and forward, we see a nice left hook from Justin Gaethje. Big left hook. Gets Max's attention there. Then maybe 20 seconds later, Max stings Gaethje with his own. But still, the way he starts these combinations, like, I just can't help but feel Dustin Poirier is going to make him pay for starting combinations like this. But boom, 1-2, hurts Gaethje. Hurts Gaethje there. Then I fast forward and I see a frustrated fighter again, who's down 2 rounds, who's just looking for a big moment. Look at this. Big winging overhand from Justin Gaethje. Misses. Max gets his attention, drops him. You're just not going to see Poirier just come in with some crazy shit like that. Poirier's gonna jab. He's gonna go jab. He's gonna go jab. He might throw the right hand, but it's gonna be a straight. He's gonna step through with the left. Boom! You know what I mean? Like, it's different. It's just different. It's so different. Then here, it's just more of those tendencies, like ducking his head, just bracing for impact whenever Max goes. So it's like, I don't blame Max for starting his combinations hands low, because Gaethje's just giving him so much respect in the world, and maybe it's because it's more power on him, or maybe it's the nose, whatever it is. But that's just how Gaethje fights it. Every fight, it feels like he's covering, he's dipping, and he's bracing for impact. It's weird. It's weird at this level. But look at that. Dips his head, spinning back kick. It probably made his nose even worse. And the reason I say it made his nose even worse, look at the reactions that Max is getting. Right hand, he doesn't commit, but look at Gaethje. Oh my God, he's getting ready. He's dipping, he's bracing. Look at this. Look. Big overhand, though. Finds him coming in, because Max still, although Gaethje is giving you all the respect, you have to be disciplined. You have to be intelligent closing his distance. But even then, he landed with the form. I don't even know. But he lands there. Let's get to the 4th round. Gaethje starts to pick it up in his 4th round. I think he won this 4th round. Especially he dropped Max in this round. But picking up, big left hand. Right hand over the top, kind of hits the shoulder. Nice combination from Justin Gaethje. And it feels like Gaethje's starting to get to Max a little bit. Boom, boom. Look at that. It feels like he's starting to get to him a little bit. Landing clean. See that one more time. Boom, boom. That was nice. That was gorgeous. Big jab lands from Gaethje. Look at this jab. Boom. Big jab. Big jab lands for Gaethje. Max comes back. Wasn't even a 1-2. That was a 2-1. That was gorgeous. Let's skip forward. A big moment from Gaethje that a lot of people forget about. Drops Max. Boom. Clubbing right hand in the pocket. Clubbing. It was clubbing, but it's just another example of Max isn't as just this defensive machine evolved from just taking shots and relying on his chin style that everybody gives him credit for. That's just what I mean. Like, damn, that was good body work. Right hand upstairs. That was nice. But look at this. In close. What is that? Boom. Hurts him. But we obviously know how this fight ends. It's the KO here. I'll show it. 31-24. Crazy. Still remember my reaction to that shit. That shit was crazy. That shit went viral too. That shit was crazy. But I just wanted to make this video because it's like, I feel like he schooled Gagey, and I feel like that's just the best. Using our hindsight, he was low-key always kind of supposed to do that to Gagey. That's a bad matchup for Justin Gagey. That's a bad matchup. But I think there's a lot of circumstances that changed this fight. You know, from the spinning back kick, credit to Max. You know, the eye post, I'm not gonna put too much weight into him, but that shit matters. You know, but I just want to let you know, like, Max still crashes in. He still plays that pocket game. He still puts that shit on a silver platter. He didn't necessarily do that against Topuria because he just respected Topuria so much. But at the end of the day, he's gonna throw down with Poirier. He is. So, hey, man, I just wanted to put that out there. I just wanted to watch that. Disprove some narratives. The second fight was really, really close. Max nearly won. It was 49-46. Relax. Was it competitive? Sure. Was it close? No. Islam versus Volk was competitive. Was competitive. Was it close? No. Islam won 49-46. So, that's what I mean. And the whole Gagey was frustrating Poirier. Yeah, okay. I won that first round, by the way. So, I don't even know how you can win a round but be frustrated. That doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Like, comment, subscribe, share this to somebody. I hope they enjoyed just like you did. You ain't gotta go home, but you have to get up out of here, man. Yeah.